The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. John. Jesus said to his disciples, Amen, amen, I say to you, you will weep and mourn while the world rejoices. You will grieve, but your grief will become joy. When a woman is in labor, she is in anguish because her hour has arrived. But when she has given birth to a child, she no longer remembers the pain because of her joy, that a child has been born into the world. So you also are now in anguish. But I will see you again, and your hearts will rejoice, and no one will take your joy away from you. On that day, you will not question me about anything. Amen, amen, I say to you, whatever you ask the Father in my name, I will give you. The Gospel of the Lord. My dear brothers and sisters, good morning. In the Gospel of today, as we have heard, Jesus said to his disciple, there is time for you to be in sorrow, and there will be time for you that your sorrow will turn to joy. My dear brothers and sisters, as humans we are all existing in space and time. No one can be fully human without existing in space and time. So how to understand the meaning of time in the context of today's gospel? In the world of Greek thinkers, there are two kinds of times, as you have known already. Kairos and Chronos. Chronos is the quantitative time which we can find in the calendar, in the watch or the clock. Kairos is the right time, opportune time to do something. For some thinkers, Kairos is the time of God. However, in the world of Jewish thinkers, they think and they believe about time in different way. Time for the Jewish people is divided into two ages. The present age and the age to come. The present age is totally bad because it is full of condemnation. Humans are sinful, so the present age is full of condemnation. It is the time of sorrow. But in the age to come, it is called the golden time of God, when the glory of God and His revelation will be fully revealed. So there will be no condemnation. It is the time of joy. Jesus knew this very well, so He applied this thinking, this kind of thought to tell His disciples His message, because His disciples were all Jewish. And I believe that in the Mass that we are attending now, Jesus is telling to each one of us, there is time for sorrow, and there will be time for joy. My dear brothers and sisters, in religious life, in the journey of living Christian faith, maybe there may be times that we think being a seminarian, being a religious, brings nothing but sorrow. Because we face a lot of trials, suffering and pain. We cannot find joy in that moment. We are in the time of sorrow. In that time, maybe we don't see the presence of God. We were looking for Him, but we did not see Him. Jesus said, don't worry. Don't give up. Continue the journey. Put faith in me. You are in the time of sorrow, but there will be time for you that sorrow will turn into joy. It is the time of God. Everything on earth has its own time. There is time to sow the seeds in tears, but there is time to harvest in joy. There is time to study, and there is time to graduate. There is time to be worried of exams, and there will be time to rest in summer term. Everything has its own time. So, the message of Jesus for us is, let us be faithful to Him. Let us persevere in our vocational journey. The joy of God is complete and perfect. It is not like the joy that the worldly things gives us. But how to understand the joy of God in the sense of the time in the gospel of today? Joy is not merely a feeling. Feeling is something comes quickly and is gone quickly. But the joy in the sense of God is a meaning. When we find meaning in what we are doing, in what we are studying, it is joy. When we are finding the meaning of the challenges, difficulties, and sorrows in our vocational journey, there is joy. Because we can read the meaning of our own experiences in life. Let us not look for feeling. Following Jesus in religious life, in missionary life, in Christian life is not to look for feeling. No, we are all to look for meaning. We are all to look for Jesus in the meaning of our life. So, my dear brothers and sisters, it is the joy that God will give us when we come to the time of the harvest of what we are doing now. As seminarian, as a nun, as a Christian, let us look for God in the time of God. And let us look for the meaning of what we are experiencing in the time of sorrow and in the time of joy. In both times, God is always there. We ask God to make us always believe in Him and see Him and allow Him to go with us on the journey of vocation. Amen.